Hey, hey, hey! How's it going, mate? Yeah, we are just getting ready to paint some big baits. Specifically, a bluegill, a bass, and a trout. Yeah, I'm doing great. Can't complain. So, yeah, you know, just trying to relax. And painting is always a good relaxant. How was the weekend for you guys? Okay, nice. Yeah, unfortunately it's almost over, but still. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen any other lives, but basically these are really big, nicely detailed big baits. And so the first thing that we will do is just paint everything black and then wipe it off. So that's a black wash technique, basically just exaggerates the scales and the facial details and the fins and everything. So that's why we start off with black, because all the paint that goes on top of this will be kind of transparent. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's nice and black and wipe. You see? Hey Jacob, immediately looks 1,000 times better. And these patterns will stay on. So, this will be a bluegill. This will be a regular old largemouth bass. And we will try something that I never tried, which will be a brown trout. And we will try to do them as realistic as it gets. So that's why we need the black wash. Yeah, you see? Already looks really nicely defined. Because these scale patterns would be hard to see. Otherwise. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this with every bait because these ones will need the same treatment at some point. So why not just do everything right now? Yeah. Bye, Paper. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, I'm getting ready for next weekend to go out and fish these baits. So I need to prepare them ahead of time. So yeah. Scully, yeah, you hit the nail right in the head. We have a bluegill, a largemouth bass, and a trout for today. And we are just doing the preparatory black wash so that the bait receives colors much nicer down the line. And this is rather quick, and it's only there to basically exaggerate the scale patterns and stuff like that, because you see the scales already look. Hey Sarah, how are we doing? Where the fuck did I put the... Okay, I'm just blind. And the tiny tail. What type am I making? There will be 3. I mean, the plan is 3. I don't know. Kinda tired. Maybe we will just do 2. But what I prepared for today is basically everything. Every single big bait that I do. And that's a bluegill, a largemouth bass, and a trout. The trout will be a brown trout, the others will be just good old naturalistic looking largemouth bass and bluegill. Okay. But I never painted a brown trout. I painted many other trout patterns, so this will be definitely interesting. Okay, almost out of black. So yeah, we have a really good array of big baits planned for today. I don't know, I'm kind of excited about the brown trout. I'm really excited about the brown trout. I just love painting trout patterns. That's like such a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Because, like, as you guys will see, when I'm painting the largemouth bass, I can get away with like 3 colors. Maybe even 2 colors if you don't count black. And it will still look naturalistic. But trout, you really have to sweat to make it really nice and stand out. And I like that aspect. Also, they are just gorgeous fish. To be honest, trout is like one of my favorite fish in the whole wide world. So yeah, the reason why the other two, the largemouth bass and the bluegill, doesn't have a tail, I mean the trout has a tail, but this bait is with a brush tail, and the other two have soft plastic tails. So we are done with the black wash, and let's just start with the easiest one, which is the largemouth bass. First we just need to clean a bit up. And after that we are golden. So the largemouth bass is relatively easy because it only has a gradient of green in it and not really a ton of colors. But so that means that we can go from white to green to black. And we only need just a tiny bit of like blush on the underside of the gills. The really important thing is getting the green right. So for that, my favorite green is called Kelly green. Okay. Well, this is rather clean. Okay. And now Kelly green. So, this is a really good bass color. And after that is just brush control basically, where we need to apply only a small amount at the belly or like close to the belly, and then a lot on the top, basically saturate it. But especially during the spring, this is a really cool bass color. Okay, airbrush is loaded, and let's just go ahead. You see, just a tiny bit here, and then the face will be okay. Fuck you, airbrush. Yeah. And don't forget about the joints, because that can look rather awkward. And maybe we will apply just a tiny bit of brown. And yeah, I think champagne color, that's another thing that we will try on the belly to make it look slightly bit more realistic. But that's like enough green. You know, that's always the base color of largemouth bass. And it changes from state to state. Some bass are much darker, some bass are lighter. Depends on the state, it depends on your water clarity. It even depends on the season. So right now I'm just painting what I've been catching throughout the year. Basically, I don't really have a Where can you buy? Oh, hey, Lil T. How's it going? Where can you buy? These baits are, I mean, not the trout, but the largemouth bass and the bluegills, they are up on hunglures.com. So my name plus .com. Okay, let's just try a little champagne. I'm kind of digging this color. This is like antique white, and it just gives a really amazing shine to the belly because it's a metallic color with a ton of metallic flakes in it. And most of the fish that you end up catching, they mostly look at the belly of the swim baits just by the orientation and the positioning. So that means that the belly really needs to be top notch. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is white and this is with, yeah, here you can see it, like this shine that's added to the whole thing. It lightens everything up and gives an amazing shine to the bait. It's almost like silver-ish, but there are no silver tones in a bass. So this champagne just works wonders. And I'm also a sucker for metallic paint. Yeah, that was champagne. And now we can go ahead with the... Ah, what the hell. Let's just make this bass a bit dirty. It just gives a little bit of character to the whole bait. Because bass often have this brownish hue. Let's try coffee bean. I haven't used this. Hey Ramon, how's it going? I haven't tried coffee bean yet, so that will be an interesting color. If it works, I don't know, I've been thinking about adding this brown tone to bass baits for a while. Never did it, so you guys will be the judge, because I have other baits to compare this to. Yeah, not a lot, just a tiny bit. We will see. But this looks like a nice brown color. Yeah. Let's see. Do I fuck the bait up? No? Okay, down and dirty. Oh, that's really amazing to hear. Land of steel fishing. Awesome. I'm glad to be of service. So yeah, if someone in the audience doesn't know, basically when you are airbrushing, yeah, I think this brown just gives it a nice variation. So when you're airbrushing, most people will buy really expensive airbrushes and more importantly really expensive paints. But as you guys can see, we are painting with folk art and apple barrel, and it works just as well. So like the final color on the bass and the one that needs the most attention would be black, but we just won't go black as of yet because it actually needs a little bit of blush that I always put on every single largemouth bass that I paint. That blush has like this purplish hue. And just for the heck of it, because as I said, I like using metallic colors, let's just go to this metallic fuchsia. Yeah, glycerin, that was from CVS. CVS has that in stock. But yeah, that was the hardest for me as well. So yeah, a little bit of blush. Now, this is like the biggest waste of paint. Is blush, especially if I'm only painting one bait, because that's all we need. Just a tiny bit of blush. That's it. And now we can go to black. Now the black will serve two purposes. First we need to solidify the back of the bait and just make it more realistic, because I always feel like, oh yeah, pine bottles, yeah, I know the pain. And it's not cheap, but it doesn't go bad, I mean the glycerin, and you can use it for years and years. It's like one of those investments that's really worth it. Now, one thing that I left out of that video is that I started mixing this with Minwax polyacrylic, just for better adhesion. Okay. Just like, 1/10. And this is polyacrylic now. So let's see. Yeah, Minwax polyacrylic. Let me help you out, but you're looking for this one. Now, unfortunately, this is like pretty much going out of stock. I don't know why, but Minwax just stopped producing it. But yeah, okay, let's just lay down the law. So, oh yeah, we need to clean the nozzle now a bit because we will be painting some really fine details near the face. So we don't want any contamination. How heavy is that? So these are all swim baits. These are not. What's the name of the website? It's hungers.com. These baits, they are heavy. Like this one is around 5 ounces. And these are around, like, I think the trout is like 2.5. And the sunfish, that's like 2.5, 3, something like that. But, okay. I'm just trying to pinpoint how dark I want to go. But yeah. This is basically the darkness that we want. I'm just trying to match that. Like, that's the hardest thing, is matching the black on the back. But yeah, because we don't want like a really abrupt transition. I messed it up so many times. So yeah, and now I think do I sell unpainted blanks? No, not yet. And just give me a sec. I know. Let's just try to be careful with this unpainted because like the paint is still wet, but let's see whether we can get away with this. Okay. Yeah, so the face looks nice. Now just buff up the fin. Just a tiny bit. Okay, and now, fortunately, this is the part where we are a bit fogged. So I need to get the heat gun because otherwise I will keep touching the bait, and this is how my fingers look like already. Which is just annoying. But So, everyone that has a hint of epilepsy, close your eyes. Fuck, this is hot. Okay. Yeah, Land of Steel Fishing, hit me up on Instagram and we can figure something out. I don't usually sell my blanks because, you know, this took a crazy amount to make, but okay, let's figure something out how you guys can see it. Okay. No. Yeah, this is a bit sturdier. Fuck. Okay. Hey, mate. Yeah, so this side is done. Now let's try the other side, and that just made me realize that we were missing black on there. So, face details first. Now, let's try to not fuck this up. Okay, and just exaggerate the fins a little bit. Okay. So yeah, the face looks nice. Let's go midsection. Again, this is a pain in the ass to hold. Okay. Yes, sir. Another bass. Another day, another bass. But I haven't. Fuck you, airbrush. I haven't really. Hey, Barry. I haven't really painted the other two on live yet. We are just getting the bass out of the way. Because I know that that's the less exciting bait. But we are going for a bluegill after that and a trout. Yeah, basically just random. Okay. So, the bass is ready. Let's just observe what we have done in here, because this black has kinda dried already. So this is an important step because we need to see whether the black lines up correctly. Gotcha. It lines up just nice. Everything is good. Life is good. So yeah, bass done. Like, I like this blank, but unfortunately it doesn't really leave a lot of room for interpretation. Oh, thank you. Now, where a bit more artistry can come in is the bluegill. So, bluegill. We will go ahead and start with a yellow belly, which means that we need to clean this up nicely. Now, there's a ton of different bluegill, depending on where you live, what kind of water. Again, the same deal with every other fish. But what we are painting is specifically, what clear coat do you use? I use a lot of different stuff. I used a lot of different stuff, and maybe I will do a dedicated video about that, because you can find almost any or almost every clear coat in my garage. So mostly I use like UV resin. That's what goes on most of the big baits. But if I do something like a pike fishing bait, something that I can put on my lure turner, then I'm just using like regular old 2-part epoxy and many coats of it. But if I have something more finesse, then I will spray paint KBS, which is a weird thing on its own, but yeah, UV clear coat is crazy strong. Like, this is how UV cleared bass looks like, and if you want to check it out how that performs, then there's a video from Nathan Nuspelt, who in that video uses the exact same bass swim bait as this one, and he caught like 8 pike, something ridiculous. So let's just really quickly get the reference. Because what we will attempt to make is this bait. So this has yellow belly, kind of greenish golden middle, and black has a bunch of bronze and brown. Yeah, I think it's just straight up bronze. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna. Does it work? Yeah, of course it works. These are my personal baits. I catch a shit ton of fish with these. So let's go ahead and start with the back, and then we will see how. Okay, this one is out. Luckily we have another one. So yeah, pins, you have to order pins for these. I think these are from Barlow's Bait and Tackle. Good morning. Yeah, so these are from Barlow's, and these are stainless steel hook hangers, and yeah, you just need to buy it. Unfortunately, it's crazy expensive, but straight as an arrow, stainless steel. Okay. Now this will be much darker, but that's the base color that we are starting with. And let's just try to match the line. Yeah. Okay. Taste the liquid. No, I'm not gonna do that because I know what's in this. And I'm not about to chug acrylic paint. That's a good way to become an instant crackhead. Like, this is 30% isopropyl alcohol. So, no dude. Challenge not accepted. Well, thank you. And I agree with your username. Fishing is indeed metal. So we will go and do the belly now. I will try to not fuck up my own bait. But the belly is like really yellow. So I think we have to go with some striking version of yellow. There are a lot of different yellows, but I think we just have to go with real yellow. Maybe a bit too much. Yeah, we can just tone it back. And I think we even have a little bit of purplish hue here and there. So that's gonna be important. Okay. Yellow. Yeah, that's a really nice transition between the green. Oh shit. That's a runny paint. Okay, so we already have metallic, color shift, green and yellow, and then straight up yellow. So now I think we will have to put on some really outrageous orange, and that's actually the name of the orange color that goes right here, which is called outrageous orange. So just a little bit of intermittent cleaning, because otherwise you can't see my meltdown again when my airbrush starts clogging up. I know that you guys enjoy it. I don't. Have I ever added fine glitter to my... Yes, sir. I added fine glitter to my clear coat and it works really well. But I don't really see the point. I don't really see the point because, yeah, as you said, you started airbrushing with acrylics as well. So you can just go ahead and buy metallic colors or color shifts or whatever, like this line, especially those. They will spray on a really nice glitter content, and then you don't need to mess with anything. So let's go with pumpkin orange, not outrageous orange. Pumpkin orange is a bit nicer color in my opinion. Yeah, on white baits makes sense. What kind of baits do you paint? Like big hard baits, musky baits, wooden baits, resin baits? What kind? Okay. Okay, this was a bit too runny. Did I fuck this up? No? Okay, that's good. Okay, so what's the next color? I think we have to go to like this dark. Oh yeah. Let's just go straight to the back. For the back, I again have a really cool metallic color shift paint that I like to use. Hey fish flags, we have already painted a largemouth bass swim bait, and we are in the process of making a bluegill. Now this goes on the back. This is some golden blackish something, but it's a really cool color shift paint. I use this a lot. Unfortunately, it's like really hard to get. So yeah, now it's a bluegill, and after this there's gonna be a brown trout, which is something that I never ever did. Always wanted to. I mean, I don't know if you guys wanna see, I have brown trouts, but those are soft plastic swim baits. These are the only brown trouts that I made. But I just recently started making this trout, like 3-piece swim bait. So I have to. Okay, let's go. Now, fuck. Do I need the heat gun again? Yes, I do. Okay, heat gun this sucker. One. And two. Because we need to put on some stripes. And I prefer not to smudge anything. So let's go a bit closer. Okay. So now face. And you see, that's what I meant, is that the green will mostly get covered. Because this is much closer to a bluegill now. So yeah. Other. And just lay down the law. Okay, and don't forget the face. Yeah. This is a really nice bluegill now. So the back will get slightly smaller stripes. Yeah. That's some nice try. Oh, thank you. It's not that hard to paint this one. It's just really hard to get it uniform. But yeah, this one looks decent. Now, there are some things that we are still missing from the bait. Oh, thank you, Josh. Like, bluegills have this purplish hue around the tail, on the belly. They are not like yellow all over. So we will go back with some light purple. Maybe some metallic purple. We will see. And then we can finally move on to the main attraction, which is the brown trout. So, yeah, sorry HH, these take a crazy amount of time, and to be honest, I'm already set on people who advertise the baits. You know, it's nothing against you, it's just I have people like really big YouTubers, people with like, well, at least 100,000. What the fuck? People with at least like 100,000 followers. So, you know, and they made a couple of videos about my baits, and to be honest, it hasn't translated into so it never translates into any sales. Okay. So I learned this a long time ago. It's just not worth it to give people free shit. So yeah, we just have to be really subtle with this because it just has a purplish hue, but not actually purple. Yeah, that's like enough. Yeah, you see just a tiny bit of purple. No, it's fine. Like, you know, asking is fine. It's always worth asking. I'm just giving you my reasoning. Okay, a bit of purple shading here and there. And the final step, which is part of every bluegill. No! HH, it's perfectly fine. Just giving you my reasoning. Because to be honest, like I get people asking for free baits for advertisement, like, I don't know, 2-3 times a day, something like that. It just happens a lot, and I don't blame them. I mean, I respect the hustle, and you have to ask. So, you know, no worries. Okay, so what's missing from the bluegill? I think it's pretty obvious. The blue gills. So let's try some turquoise. Yeah, this is a pretty wild color. We have to water this down a lot. So yup, that's good. Load it in the airbrush. And now this is blue. Yeah. Maybe it's a bit too blue, but I don't mind. Where do you get the tool to clean your airbrush? Which one? This one? This one is from Amazon. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think that my back is killing me, so we are not gonna do the brown trout now. Maybe we will do another live tomorrow. Not sure. We have to see. But yeah, we got the bluegill done, and we got the bass swim bait done. So it's been more than awesome. The one in my hand, I mix this stuff. I mix this stuff myself. I have a whole video about this. You can check it out on my YouTube. So yeah, let's just clean the airbrush. And done. So you have to mix it well. You have to mix it pretty well. And also it's just trial and error. So like there are a lot of different paints that will clog up your airbrush, but I just found that apple barrel is something that works for me when we are talking about acrylic paint. So yeah, that just works. So yeah, we got the bass swim bait done and the bluegill, but not the trout. Not today. So anyway, awesome guys. Thank you very much for coming here and seeing this. And tomorrow I think we will do the brown trout. Okay, see you everyone. Bye.